Hello, my name is Zazie and you're welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be showing you the analysis I did on Volatility 75-1S trade. I sent out the signal on my channel on the 3rd of July, and just yesterday, 13th of July, the trade finally hit my take profits, and it was great. So the analysis was pretty simple, and I want to show you how I did it. But before I get into that, I just want to let you know that if this is your first time watching my video, do well to subscribe. Hit the like button if you like the video as well. And then you might also want to go back to my previous videos because I analyze charts. So all of these signals, virtually all of the signals that I send, especially when they get to my desired targets, I make a video showing you the analysis and pretty much give you a lot of interesting trading tips. I am a price action trader, pure price action. I do not tolerate indicators. I don't use indicators at all. I totally analyze the chart in its naked form. I love very clean charts. And today I will be showing you the very clean and simple analysis I did on this trade. Super simple. And you're like, are you for real? Right? The very simple, clean analysis I did on this trade that made us a lot of money. Right? So let's get right to it. So firstly, you notice that I have three lines on the screen. So I have my black horizontal line here, which signifies my entry position. So this is where I took the trade. This was the entry point. Here's my stop loss, and right here was my take profit that has already been hit, as you can see. Right. So the analysis was purely based on chart patterns and a little bit of candlesticks, right? And very simple. Just see what I did here. So this analysis also was majorly done on the H4 time frame. I didn't really have reasons to meddle with other time frames because I saw everything that I needed right on this time frame, so I just flowed with it. My analysis, my entry point was strictly on the H4 time frame. I didn't go to smaller time frames to look for quicker entries. I didn't go to a higher time frame to see like the bigger picture, right? So already I noticed that there's been a long down movement. There's been a serious down movement in the market, and it looked very interesting to me. Something else I noticed was while price was forming and giving me all of that, I noticed that there was a pattern here that seemed very nice. So firstly, I get my trend line tool and I draw this trend line, right? And then I pick my trend line tool again and just put up a channel right at the top to give me a chart pattern that looks very familiar. It looks like one of my favorite chart patterns, the flag pattern. So right here, I noticed that we have the bearish flag, which is a bearish continuation pattern, right? While that happened, so if you even want to take off the bearish flag, right, which was also something I explored, I could identify here that I had an uptrend, right? An uptrend that got broken, got retested, and then sold. But to be honest, I didn't flow with that. I just went to the fact that I identified a chart pattern here, and I wanted to work with it. So having seen that, price did break out of this chart pattern. Did break out of this bearish flag, right? And then there was a retest. To be quite frank, I'm not sure I noticed when this first breakout happened, right? But I noticed, and I was lucky enough to get into the market when the retest happened, and it was like a perfect opportunity for me. I already had this analysis put out since, but it wasn't anything serious. Price hadn't even given me the move I wanted, so it didn't even seem like I was going to get a flag pattern. But eventually, that's what it turned out to be, and I was so happy because flag patterns have a history of being almost very accurate, right? So price broke out here, and then when price got somewhere around here, the first thing I noticed was that there was a rejection. So price broke out, came back for a retest, and right at this retest level there was a rejection here. So you can see the long wick, you can see the body of the candle nearly forming for us giving us a bearish pin bar right here, or yes. So, and some people would also call it the shooting star, right? So we notice here that there was that long wick, showed that huge rejection. This is also an area of interest, but I didn't really focus so much on it. But I like the fact that things were happening here that were quite predictable or quite expected. So right at this level of the retest, we had this rejection. And then just right after the rejection, I got my confirmation candle right here. This was the confirmation candle. This is where the entry was placed. If you can see right at the bottom, you can see that this was actually on the 3rd of July when the signal was set. So this particular candlestick closed right at this point. And just after I saw the close of that candlestick, I had my confirmation that market had giving us a reason to believe that this bearish flag or this downtrend continuation was going to hold. So I took my sell here. I set my stop loss right above this zone that I initially highlighted. And then I set my take profit based on a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, in this particular trade, I see taking profits from 2 levels for 2 reasons. One of them is one I did, sending out the signal. The reason I did that with the signal is because some people are not swing traders like me, right? So some people would not really want to hold trade for weeks as much as I do, right? And it's just going to be a very, what's the word? Considerate thing to do, to set my take profit at a point where it satisfies people. So even though people held for 10 days, some might not actually see it as a big deal. I'm pretty sure some people actually closed along the line. And I'll explain to you some very interesting things that happened while this trade was going on. Right. So I took my entry here. My take profit was based on a 1 to 2 risk to reward pattern. But ideally, if you look at this market with the knowledge you have about chart patterns, and this particular flag being an example, right? If I bring out my arrow tool and I measure this, this is supposed to be the distance of the take profits. This is supposed to be our target take profit distance. Let me show you. I'm pretty sure some of you already know this, but let me just do this right here. See if I can move this here. Right. So if I bring this arrow from the breakout and I put it here, it means that ideally this level is supposed to be our take profit level, right? As much as I know this, I know that this is also the synthetic indices market. Not just any market, but the synthetic indices market. Anything can happen, right? So it's good folks to profit at this point. So they risked 1% to gain 2%, which is a very good risk to reward ratio for me. Right. So there are high chances that markets will actually come down to this level, which is the original place where I actually expect price to close at, right? So if you have eyes on this market, just check it out. Let's see how it turns out in the next couple of days. But now I want to show you some interesting things that happened in this trade. So the thing about swing trading is you find yourself in different situations where at some point you're like, should I close? Should I leave it? Things like that. So there was a point here where price sold. So price sold to a reasonable extent. Let me bring this up a bit. Price sold here. Price sold right here and went back up, right? But I wasn't bothered. I was never bothered, to be honest. While market was moving, going up and down, I was never bothered. So there was a time price actually almost came to our take profit. At this level, I don't remember if I saw, okay, I think I saw it, but I didn't close because I'm like, I wanted to just automatically, was it this level? Is it this trade? How come I'm not mixing it up? There was a time that price came to our, I think it was here, came to our take profit. It went back up, right? And then it seemed like the way candles were forming, it seemed like just maybe price would be reversing. But I wasn't bothered at all. I had some people buzz me and they were like, whoa, did you see that? It almost hit TP. I'm like, yeah, but we'll still go back. I had some sort of faith, right? And then one time, price went back up all the way here. I'm trying to figure out, I can't exactly tell how the market moved, but this is not even the significant one. There was actually a significant time when price did almost hit our take profit and went back all the way up to like nearly the entry position, but I was never bothered. I was never bothered at all because I knew that if I plan to hold this trade for long, I should expect ups and downs. That's what the market is about, ups and downs. So these things are very much expected. I know I did my analysis. I was very sure and certain of what I did, so I wasn't bothered. Some folks might want to check out, maybe join a trend here and be like, they might want to change their bias, feeling like, oh, there was a downtrend that formed and it seems like the downtrend has already been broken, so maybe price will start going up. But all of these little changes in the market did not affect me at all because I knew the analysis I did from the beginning. Deep down in my heart, I feel like market is going to go all the way down to that second point that I highlighted. But of course, anything is possible. Anything can happen in the market. So I'm open to whatever plays out, actually. I'm just glad that I sent out the signal. I took the trade just right at the perfect time, sent out the signal. I made profits, and folks who took the trade also made profits. This is just one of the plenty signals that I sent out. and trades that I took that actually made a lot of money and profit for me. But I just literally just had the time to put this video together. And also because V75 is one of the most interesting indices. I always tell people that these indices can make you and break you, right? But mostly make you, because it gives folks who have very small account size an opportunity to actually get into the market. And I'm not even exaggerating. If you have even as low as say $1, because I'm speaking from my personal experience, you can trade this market, right? So explore it, check it out. But of course, if you're trying to explore things and you're not sure what you're doing, it'll be great to practice on your demo account, right? Don't take crazy risk, right? So if you like my video, if you like this particular video, if you feel like this analysis makes sense to you and you can very well relate to it, please drop a like. You can also drop something in the comment section, tell me what you feel about it, ask me any questions. I'm actually open to hearing your thoughts on this particular chart. Did you take this trade too? Did you at some point take this trade based on this analysis, based on something else? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll be checking and I'll be responding. And if you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe. Turn on your post notification, because as often as I take trades, especially positive trades, I would come out here and show you the analysis to show you how simple the analysis can be if you actually, put your mind to it. Yeah. So that's it. I'll see you next time.